Okay, mic check, mic check. Right, looks like everything is working. Fantastic. Hope everyone's having a good week. Getting close to the end of the week, or some at least. I know some people, what's it called? Some people start to have different schedules, but yeah. All right, almost set. Just a second here. I'll be good to go. Alrighty. Oh, I just realized I made a mistake. Okay, we'll see how this works. So put a new light right here off camera because this part is so dark. But now it's reflecting off of my screen that I use for my reference. Didn't think about that. It's always something I to figure out. Alrighty. Let's get the palette out. Get started. Oh shoot. Just realized I may have made a mistake with something. Let's see. So yeah, gonna keep working on this landscape today. Don't know what else to say about it. Not really. I'm really out of my comfort zone with a painting like this, but um, yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's good to get out of your comfort zone, that's for sure. So hopefully I'll learn a lot from it, and the painting won't be horrible. That's the goal, at least. All right. I just realized I have to do something real quick on the computer. Over here. Yeah, I'm over here. Okay. Luckily, there's almost no viewers hanging out right now, so while there's no one here, I'm going to take care of this issue on the computer, and I will mention that I have a workshop happening starting June 22nd. There's a link in the description you can go to and sign up for it. It is $220, which I know for is not, the cheapest thing in the world, but also not the most expensive thing either, compared to other workshops, you know. It's mainly portraits, although if you want to do figurative, that's fine. It's meant for oils, but if you want to use another opaque medium, that is fine. That is doable. I don't know if I would do digital necessarily, but I suppose a lot of it could work in digital, but digital is so different. So I would say generally traditional mediums, although theoretically digital would work as well. All right. Let me put, did I put the be right back thing up or not? I don't ever know when's the right time. Because I'm right here, just off screen for a second. For a couple minutes. So what I'm doing right now is I forgot to put my painting and compare it to my reference. I forgot to do that. So that's what I'm doing right now off screen. I haven't figured out a good way of doing this on screen. If I ever do, I'll do it. Alrighty. There we go. So the goal for that is just that I can see my reference next to my and compare it with my painting and see where everything is off, or certain things are going to be in the wrong place and so on. I've never been really good at like coloring inside the lines for whatever reason, and so I've kind of adapted a working routine where I don't put as much pressure to make sure that everything's always 100% in the right place all the time, and I just work through it as I go. Alrighty, let's get started. So it's so interesting to see which which areas are, you know, I've got right and which areas are slightly off. I find it very interesting. I think it's a great way of learning to see where your like perception is slightly off. For instance, it looks like this pylon thing is way out of place. And then some of these are as well. This is actually pretty in the right place. Yeah, it's interesting. Over time, I've actually improved a lot of these aspects of my painting with this technique, but I have not used it much on landscapes. Yeah, my perception on like structures is clearly very, very off. So it's not fun to learn that all the time, but it is good to learn that. People do this a lot with other things. A lot of times you'll see this when people do portraits, they'll make the eyes um, much bigger and they'll make the nose smaller and the ears smaller because they take the things that they perceive as being important and weigh them more. And so they end up larger. I suspect something similar is happening here with me because this area is kind of important to me. So getting the thickness right was very important, but I clearly did not. I suspect that might be why. What's up? Hmm? Everything's good, yeah. At the moment, it doesn't appear to be. Maybe one person and keeps bouncing up and down. I'm not sure. Thank you. Thank you. Love you too. What's up? Hey, Lost Pixel. Welcome. How you doing? Good to see you. You're doing pretty good off today, so just chilling. Nice. That's nice. So this painting I'm doing for a local charity. Um, so I thought I would paint a local landmark, which is the river and the bridge here. But bridges and rivers, not exactly my thing, but I'm giving it a try. It's always good to push yourself out of your comfort zone. Otherwise, I'm doing good. Doing all right. I know I owe you a message. I have not had the time to deal with what's it called? DaVinci Resolve at all. You tend to do fields and mountains a lot? Nice. Yeah, I don't first of all, I generally don't like uh buildings. Man-made architecture is not my favorite. Um, Partially because I feel like oil paint doesn't entirely lend itself to it, but then also it's so much work to get all the perspective and everything right. Yeah. When I've done comic books, so I'm not going to say I'm an expert at perspective, but I can do it. But yeah, not a fan. Not a fan of it. Would have to be something older style architecture for me to enjoy doing it. The new stuff is just mostly boxes. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, the precision and everything that's required and the details and the like repetitiveness of all this stuff generally does not appeal to me. Um, but I, you know, I decided to make my life hard, as I often do, and so yeah, give it a shot. Like this bridge has a ton of these little lines for the support beams, and I'm just like, oh my God, what did I do to myself here? That was such a mistake. But it's all good. I'll figure it out. I'm not going to do all the details. And I just realized that in my haste to get started, I forgot to oil out today. That's not great. See, that would at least be a little interesting, at least somewhat interesting over a regular building. Yeah. I mean, I get that. These buildings are very much like regular buildings, but whatever. Obviously, there's some box buildings that can be interesting shapes on them, but 99% are super boring. I get that. I'm not going to argue with you on that. I agree. Generally speaking, I'm fine most landscapes are pretty boring. Not saying to look at necessarily. I don't want it to sound like I'm like, oh, I hate looking at landscapes. No, no. I've come across a lot of painters who are really good and do landscapes that I really enjoy. Uh, I'm I'm mostly talking for like my interest of painting it versus my interest of looking at it. Because what I enjoy looking at and what I enjoy painting aren't always the same thing. One of my favorite artists is MC Escher. I love him. He's so good. I would not want to ever do any of his painting or drawings. God, no. But I love his stuff. He's so good. Yeah, there's a ton of art like that. I think it's really important for artists to learn what they like to learn to separate what they like to look at and what they want to actually do. I feel like a lot of artists have they want to do everything until they do it and then they realize, I kind of don't want to do everything. There are aspects of this that I don't like. Hey, Dex Floor, welcome. What am I working on? I am doing a painting of a local bridge and river here in Austin, Texas, uh, for a local charity for people, um, uh, for a charity auction for people or for recovering. What is it? There were some fires last year, so it's to help out with that. Couldn't get it out for some reason. Yeah, sorry. Lost Pixel is saying there's some stuff I really like the style subject, but wouldn't enjoy doing it myself. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I got a raid. I'm so sorry. I didn't see the raid. Thanks for the raid, Dex. Appreciate it. I um I have two chats open at the same time, so I have a hard time sometimes seeing all the notifications. I apologize. Oh wow, that's super sweet. Yeah, thanks. I hope it brings in something if I can get it done in time. You know, that's the like concern, but I think I'll get it done. I'm pretty confident I'll get it done. I'm good with deadlines. My what's it called? Um my auto mod is apparently very aggressive. But yeah, you miss stuff too all the time. Yeah. No, it's streaming's difficult. What were you working on? What do you stream, if you don't mind me asking? And how was it? And if you need to bail, I understand. I know how it is. sometimes when you're done streaming, you just need to like, you gotta bail instantly. So no worries either way. Right now, I'm just kind of getting things back into place because like I mess up things all the time when I'm painting and I get things in the wrong spots and so on. You know, things just kind of drift around it as I go through the process. So right now, I'm just kind of drawing out where everything needs to go so I can get back into it. I stream a bunch of stuff. Art some days, games some days. Today was an art day. I was finishing some colored pencil pieces that you've been struggling to finish with this month. Very glad to have these done for sure. Oh, very nice. You're welcome to share your Instagram or image as long as it's TOS friendly. You're more than welcome to. I um I won't be able to show anything you share on screen because I'm afraid of accidentally showing something I'm not supposed to on screen um, because I work on a lot of NDA projects um, in my like my day job. So I don't have that set up, but I do look when people share links because I like seeing art. I just can't share it directly on screen. Hey Des, welcome. Good to see you. I remember this story back in the day. There was when what's it called? In early days of the Marvel movies, the actors went to visit the studio and there was a secretary there who took a photo with them, a selfie with the actors and stuff. Super excited about it, they were all nice, friendly, all that stuff. She didn't realize that in the background there was a bunch of NDA stuff. Um, so it got leaked because they posted it. And she apparently lost her job, which really sucks. And I'm super paranoid that that's going to happen to me on stream somehow. Um, so I have it very locked down so that I don't make a mistake. Ooh, NDA sounds fancy. What kind of work do you do? Without going into detail, of course. I have them scanned in and it's dark, so you don't want to have a good picture to share, but thank you. Oh, no, no worries. I do storyboards for TV animation. At the moment, I'm working on a TV show called Crapopolis. Um, so, you know, it's not like the, top secret stuff, but it's still, I'm still cautious of it. Oh my God, that's so cool. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's a fun show, and the company, it's Bento Box, has been really cool to work with. Um, But yeah, you know, I'm happy with the job. It is unfortunately for me coming to an end soon, which is the nature of the business. It's a very up and down type of job. Um, all normal and expected kind of thing. But yeah. But my stream is dedicated to my oil painting because I'm trying to do something, for me, even though this is for a charity, but it's not for a company, right? Like it's for myself. It's the type of work I want to do, um, that type of thing. So that's why my stream is dedicated to oil painting versus you know, storyboarding and stuff like that. Yeah, it's something you like instead of an assignment of something. I definitely feel that. Yeah, yeah. Like I have a series of paintings I'm working on that are from found photography. And I don't know if you're familiar with found photography. I wasn't, but it's these photos that are basically abandoned and someone finds them, right? Like think, a storage locker that gets abandoned and someone buys the content and so on. Or old houses, stuff like that, estate sales, whatever. Um, and so there's these old photos of people's memories, and we have no idea who these people are. There's no way of like contacting them, it's just they're some of them are from you know, the 70s, the 60s, some are from like the 20s, and it goes back. Some of them go real far back. But I really like them. They're really cool. It's these snapshots of like these people's lives, and it's very it's very much like a shared memory type of thing. Because a lot of times it's like, yeah, I don't know these people, but I've taken photos, or my family has taken photos just like that, or almost just like that. And so it's this interesting, like, feeling of shared memories. Uh, so, yeah, I forget how hot it gets in my room with all the lights on and everything during the summer. We have like a crazy heat wave right now, and yeah, kind of forgot about that. The gloves don't help. If anyone's curious, um, yeah, wearing gloves definitely makes it warmer. What's your favorite thing to paint? I usually do portraits or figurative work. I don't I don't do a lot of landscapes. This is very much outside of my comfort zone. I mostly do, like I said, portraits and figurative work. For instance, let's see. Um, this is one of the found photography paintings that I worked on. Um, the color is a little washed out, but yeah. Um, so, and then you can kind of see behind me, there's a lot of figurative stuff and portraits. Um, I'm doing Portrait Artist of the Year paint along on the 9th, June 9th. And we already did one, which is what this is from. That was a lot of fun. So if you've ever seen Portrait Artist of the Year, they do a portrait in 4 hours. This was not done in 4 hours. I did it in 4 hours and then I painted more on it. But yeah, um, we're doing it on the 9th. Everyone's welcome to participate. I will have, what's it called? I will have reference for everybody. We're going to use the reference from the show. And, stream's going to be about 5 hours roughly. And I'm going to try and do a portrait in 4 hours time. And everyone else is invited to do the same. And it's for fun. We're not doing a competition, but for the fun of it. So, yeah. Oh, wow. You really love my style. It's very pretty. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I use this as my, uh, as my like finished paintings, but also my drying rack a little bit. So I just finished this one on stream, like a couple days ago. Well, I guess it was like a week ago at this point. Um, yeah, did this one on stream not too long ago. Yeah, Portrait Artist of the Year paint-along's a lot of fun. If anyone likes to paint portraits or draw portraits, you don't have to paint, you can draw as well. And like I said, it's just for fun. It's not a it's not a competition. It's just for the fun of it, but it is a lot of fun. Oh, there's my drink. I'm like, oh. If anyone's curious, the reason for the gloves is um, some pigments can be toxic. It's not a huge concern, honestly. Modern pigments are pretty, even the toxic metals are pretty um, safe for the most part, with exceptions. If you're using solvents, it can make them less safe and so on. I have cats though, and a dog, and if you want clean hands instantly, gloves are the best way to do that. But yeah, it sucks painting with gloves on, in case you're wondering. Hey Des, welcome back from your trip. How have you been? Dex says, can't even imagine doing anything with gloves on. I think I'd lose it. Yeah, it can be frustrating. You get used to it. It's still not the same, don't get me wrong. Working with your bare hands is so much better, but you know, it, You keep getting modded. Yeah, I know. I don't know why Lamau is getting targeted for some reason. I don't know why. And Des says she's tired from her trip. I always hate that when I go on vacation and I come back and I'm like, I'm so much more tired now after my vacation than I was before my vacation. I feel like I need a vacation from my vacation. Yeah. So, Des, how was your trip other than exhausting? If you feel like sharing. No obligations. You know me. You know me. Sent you a picture of the dome and property. Oh, nice. I'll take a look at it in a little bit. I hope you don't mind, but I don't want to stop at the moment. Check them later. Yep. All right, cool. I love that my blue is almost entirely skinned over, and yet just the barely little amount left in it because it's phthalo blue is more than enough. Oh yeah, there should be a link to my Discord, by the way, if anyone wants to join. If it doesn't work, let me know. I'll grab a new one. I try to keep it updated, but I forget sometimes. So, but yeah, I wouldn't say it's the most active Discord in the world, but you know, if you want to talk art and you want to ask questions or you want to participate in any of the events, it's you know, that's the best place for it. Oh, thank you for the link. Appreciate that. That says I set up to paint one evening, but by the time I'd worked on one cheek, the light went bad, so I had to stop. Uh, you were painting in natural light? That's rough. Um, yeah, that's tough. There's a reason they used to use what's it called? Like n north-facing windows for northern light kind of thing, but not direct light, you know? Yeah. Also candlelight, which is insane to me. You had lamps on, but it just wasn't enough. Yeah, lamps can be rough. Also, you don't realize it, but like a lot of lights, lamps, and a lot of modern lights, their color reproduction is really, really bad, and you don't register that most of the time until you're painting, and then you're like, oh my God, this, like, I just can't see the color. Like, I literally just cannot see color right now, like all the colors I need. Um, yeah. Some of the newest ones are actually getting better at that finally, but you know, definitely not all of them. And if they're not designed for that, they probably don't care and don't invest in that. Part of the dome wall is window and the roof is clear, but the light just wasn't right. So you gave up. That's fair. Especially if you're also if you're were you using the light to light your subject as well? My reference was on my tablet. It wasn't a live sitting. I see. Yeah. You, I on my reference monitor, which is not calibrated properly, but that doesn't entirely matter because it's a one-off kind of thing. But I lower the I've lowered the brightness of the screen significantly, so it's much duller than it normally is, um, because the brightness from monitors, like your paint just can't match that. And so if you don't set it up properly, you're kind of setting yourself up for failure if you're trying to match the brightness that the screens have, and there's no way of doing that. As is saying, if she's going to have an artist retreat there, we'll have to figure out something with the light. Sure. I um I recommend for all artists to check out uh, what is the name of that company? It's the light bulb I'm using right now. It's like waveform lighting, I think. They have really good light bulbs and and good customer service. I don't know about their prices. They're not like ridiculously expensive, but it's not, dirt cheap. But they're good light bulbs. And they have regular ones. Well, they're all LEDs, but they have regular shaped ones and also the long tubes. I remember when I bought this lamp, I was using before this, I was using a lamp that had like that was for crafters or whatever, for crafting. And the rating on it was lower, the CRI rating on it was lower. I couldn't believe what a difference it made. I think the cheapest light bulbs I know of that are decent are I think it's like the daylight bulbs, the like GE daylight bulbs, but there are better options out there. And now a lot of the LEDs, even some of the cheap ones you can get off of Amazon, uh, have pretty good ratings as well. The light I have over here next to me, that one's a pretty cheap softbox LED light thing that I got for a photo shoot. And the color on it's pretty good. I am using it as a fill. I'm not using it as my main light source, but yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, you got some good bulbs from Amazon? That's good. This is a side thing, but if anybody knows of a good channel that talks about like art history um, in a digestible way, by all means, please feel free to share it with me. I used to watch there was a PBS show about art history and stuff. Not everything about it was that, but a lot of it was. Um, I can't remember what it's called, the Art Project or something, but the show's almost non-existent at this point. That is one thing. If anyone is uh, going to an atelier or been to an atelier, uh, you might have had this experience as well, or you will have this experience possibly. But the school I went to did not really teach a lot of art history. Um, because it was more focused on like the practical side of things, which is great. I think that's better, but I do want to beef up on my art history a bit. And it's so interesting because when things are taught or told or conveyed the right way, it can be so interesting. And when it's not, oh my God, it's so boring. But yeah, there's a lot of really interesting stuff in art history. It just needs to be, conveyed in an interesting way. That says we did art history in high school art class. We did not. We didn't really have high school art in my high school. Yeah, my high school was not in America, so we didn't have much art history. That says, oh, geez, we did drawing, painting, photography, darkroom work, sculpture, etc., etc. That sounds nice. We didn't have any of that. You weren't in the US either? Interesting. I haven't heard great things about the US, as far as like art classes in school either, so who knows? Yeah, I wish we'd had art, in high school. I really do think they should have more of that in general, but you know, that says by the time my kids went to the school, they had two full-time art teachers in classes like fashion design. That's crazy. We have a visitor. We have a visitor. Yeah, we have a guest. Oh, it's a baby Dresden. Yeah. Hi, Dresden. Hi. Oh. All right, I gotta get this ready. Let's go to Facecam. And now I have to hide Discord, not Discord, OBS. So I can't see himself because he's afraid of the cat in my monitor, which is him. It's him on monitor. The baby. Oh, thank you, little boy. That is very gross, but thank you. This is Dresden. Yeah. There's no cat over there, Dresden. Don't worry. Dresden. Everyone wants to see your pretty face. Yeah. You're so cute. You're so fluffy. And you like to lick my hands. I don't know why. Oh, okay, Dresden. I'll put you down. You can have my chair. Ah, so much fur. So much fur. Michelle says Dresden was supposed to be my kitty, but Liad is Dresden's person. Yeah. It's all right. You got Wizard. I might need to buy a fan for my room. It is ridiculously hot in here. Yeah, I, I know that fan is there. I might want something a little different for when I'm painting. It's all good. What was I doing? Oh, can zoom in a little. If I forget to zoom out again when I move around, feel free to let me know. There we go. Paint was not cooperating for a moment. Yeah, detail here is crazy. Definitely not going to do like everything. One way to make sure you don't go overboard on the detail, 'cause it's so easy to do that, is to limit the size of your brush. It sounds kind of silly, but it really works. Is it weird without my face on screen? I'm curious, is it weird or is it better? Yeah, it says not better or worse, just different. I like being able to see close-ups sometimes though. Yeah, I get that. Unfortunately, this is a digital zoom and not a like true zoom, but doing a true zoom is a huge pain. Um, Whereas doing digital zoom like this during stream is way more feasible. Um, I mean, you might not be able to tell on Twitch. I don't know. On YouTube, I'm not sure either. You know, it's one of those things where it's like if I were to do it side by side, you could tell the difference for sure, you know. But without having them side by side, it might be difficult to be able to tell the difference. Fair enough. Yeah. But also, you definitely will see it more on YouTube because that is actually streaming at 4K, whereas Twitch is limited to 1080p. Um, yeah, so it's, downsampling it kind of thing. Hey, Poison Jackal is raiding with a party of three. Welcome, everybody. Hey, welcome. Hey there. How was your stream? Let me. Hey, everybody. Welcome, Raiders. How's it going? I have nothing set up. Yes, I have nothing set up. I'm sorry, Des, and I'm sorry to the Raiders. Yeah, I don't have anything set up with Twitch to like share and do all that stuff. I suck. Pretty good. Working on some watercolor that I'm still not quite sure is done. Fair enough. Thanks, Des. Appreciate that. Um, yeah, very nice. Um, Watercolors. What type of watercolors, if you don't mind me asking? And you're welcome to share if you have an Instagram or something that you want to share. I do remember you. I'm saying like if you want to copy paste it in, you're welcome to. Okay, awesome. Do you have a hard time as far as like knowing when a painting is done? Because I've heard that from a lot of artists before. That I've heard that question. How do you know when it's done? That type of thing. Like I've heard that a lot. I'm just curious if you have that experience and what your feeling on the subject was. When Jackal says not typically, but I do sometimes come across an old painting and know that if I did it again, I'd do different in some ways or others. Yeah. Well, yeah. That's a good sign. I mean, that's just a good sign that you've gotten better over the years, for sure. Okay, let's see this link. Opinions, welcome. All right, let's see, but not necessary. Ah, 1 second. Having a hard time with my screen. That is really cool. Okay, that's really cool. That's really pretty. I love the colors. Um, yeah, sorry, for a second I wasn't sure if I was looking at it upside down or not. We're under the water, correct? That's the idea. Looks like there are flowers that have their roots underneath the water. That's really cool. That's very pretty. That's where you're not sure if you can make it more obvious. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what the thing that actually kind of confused me the most, and maybe that'll be helpful. Um, but the darks in the corners looked the little white spots on them looked like stars to me, which made me think I was seeing it upside down. That's the thing that made me the most like disoriented. Hey, Don Lee, welcome. Welcome, Raiders. Hey, Fluff Pie, good to see you. Hey, Lamo, good to see you. Oh no, you love the star spots? No, they're beautiful. It's just that's the thing that's disorienting to me. That's all. So I'm not saying get rid of them, but I'm just saying think about it. Maybe there's something you could do. Because maybe if you just put in some form of something that looked like structure in there, even hinted, maybe it would make it clearer. Yeah, seaweed, anything that looks like something and not just nebulous space, I guess, right? That's my thought. Hey, Don Lee. Lamo, yeah, okay. I saw everyone that said hi. Don Lee's a friend, art streamer friend. Go check him out. Um, he was doing a bunch of, you were doing a bunch of sketches today, right? Figure sketches. Am I right? That's what you were doing before I left, at least. Um, so yeah, Don Lee's a lot of fun. Highly recommend this stream. And we were talking when you rated Don Lee. We were talking about Poison Jackal's painting, the watercolor painting that he did. It's really pretty. A lot of beautiful colors. Um, so that's what we were talking about. Yes, yes. You stuck with figure drawing today. Nice. Yeah, and your viewers were invited to draw along, which is also very nice. Especially if people want to, be involved in I don't want to say competition because it's not, but like community that, yeah. Speaking of events, I am doing a Portrait Artist of the Year paint along on June 9th. Anyone who's seen the show and wants to pretend they're on the show, you're welcome to, because that's the whole idea. Um, it's just for fun. It's not a competition, but yeah, should be a lot of fun. It was the last time we did it, so I'm sure it will be again. Poison Jackal says, thank you for sharing. Gotta bounce fast today. No worries. I know what it's like. Also, that event sounds amazing. I'll have to look into it. Is there a place we can keep up to date with that? Yes, my Discord. The easiest way is my Discord. Got it. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Happy to. Happy to. Yeah, I'll post about it, and I will get the reference ready probably next weekend, I think. But yeah, I'll get the reference ready for everybody, and you can choose whatever reference you want from the show, from the episode. But in case you don't have access to it, I'll get a bunch of options for everybody. Just grabs, screen grabs kind of thing. Oh my God, it's so far away. You guys can't see anything I'm working on right now. Let me zoom in. Okay, a little better. This format is really not a good format for the stream. But I didn't pick it based off of if it would be good for this stream or not. But yeah, it is not good for the stream. It's a 24 by 12. So yeah. What location is this painting? It is a bridge here in Austin. This is for a charity, a local charity, to help people who were impacted by the fires last year. So it's a local charity and everything. So I thought I'll do a local, um, you know, landmark. And so the river is, um, it runs through downtown Austin. The um, the bridge isn't like a famous bridge or anything, but it's known, right? Like people recognize it from here. And then, like I said, the river is, because it literally runs through downtown Austin. Yeah, thank you. But it is definitely like I am really pushing outside of what I normally paint. So, you know, I'll paint the environment around figures and stuff, no problem. But, it's not the focus, and usually I can fudge it a lot more, if I'm being honest. And I also want to be careful not to, not to get too sucked into the details, which um, when doing landscapes, I have a tendency to do. Actually, I have a tendency to do that in general. I'm much more confident in my bigger drawing and painting that I can push out of that. But one of the things a lot of people do is, and I do this too, is when they're not confident in their skills, or you know the subject matter, I guess, you have a tendency to over detail it to try and make it more quote unquote believable, right? And because I don't have as much experience with it, it's harder for me to know what are the things that I really need to focus on to make it more or less believable, so to say. Whereas with people, I have so much more experience with that, I can get away with a lot more. Conley says, "May I share one of the pieces I was working on tonight?" Absolutely. Henry Spy says, "To me, landscapes and backgrounds are like leg day at the gym." Yeah. Yeah. I have a bit of that feeling as well. They're not my favorites. Let's see what Don Lee did. Oh, very nice, Don Lee. That's cool. You haven't really done a pinup before? I think this might be the closest. Really? That's surprising. Um, Pinups are such a like, I don't want to say standard, but very common thing. So surprising. That's really good. You did a good job with it. Good job with all the twisting of the body and everything. Um, Very nice. Did you have a time limit on it? Like quick sketches, or was that just out of curiosity? Because I know you were like cycling through them. I am trying to find, where's my oil? I need some oil for my oil paint. Oh, here we go. Some linseed oil. Nope, no time limit. You were cycling through, and that pose just kind of stuck. Oh, nice. Very cool. There, there's a book. No, I think it's called Force. It's a drawing book. Um, and it's about like how to draw with, with force, like to make your characters. Drawing force. Yeah, yeah, you know it. Yeah, that's what it reminded me of. That you tend to miss too much of chat if you put a time limit on yourself. Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah, you can see my Bride of Frankenstein. And Lost Pixel says, "Dear old, not so old, lol." Matisse. Sorry, I might be missing something here. Uh, yeah, Bride of Frankenstein is not quite done yet. She's like almost done. I need to do like just a few more things. I don't know if she'll get this. She's getting a little distorted here, but yeah. I just need to do like one or two final touch-ups on her and she'll be done. All right, Des, have a good night. Mike Matisse is the one who wrote Drawing with Force. Is he? Am I thinking of a different book? Am I getting my things confused? Cassandra says she's one of my faves. Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah, she's almost done. I gotta take the time to put in those final like minor touches. Uh, is this the book I'm thinking of? Oh, I guess it is. Yep. Okay. I was getting things confused. But yeah, that is the book I was thinking about. Donley says, I was thinking about the former streamer Escher East and her shape work while doing this piece. Who was a student of the guy who wrote Drawing with Force. Oh, nice. That's really cool. Nope, wrong one. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. My brain was being dumb and I just got everything all mixed up. I'm bad with names, but yeah. Yep, that was the book I was thinking about. I remember the image. I had to literally go and find the image to know that what book I was actually talking about. Oh, thank you, Donley. Appreciate that. You drive on that bridge once I finish it? Nice. Well, if you ever come to Austin, you know, I'll take you to it, to the real thing, you know? And not just because of this painting, but because there's a lot of stuff downtown to do that's fun. Wait, what? Book people books? You want books or you want art book recommendations? Is that what we're talking about? Bookstore downtown? Oh, I'm unfamiliar with that. Is it a good bookstore? It's like 3 stories and it's not a good bookstore. It's a great bookstore. Okay, okay. I have to keep that in mind. So apparently, if any of you make your way to Austin, Texas, keep that in mind. There's a great bookstore here. You've been going there since before you were able to read. It was the only place my grandparents would follow us to when we came to visit Austin. Oh, wouldn't follow you to. Got it. Their art section is Chef's Kiss. Nice. Okay. I'll have to check it out. That sounds good. Finally says, I just so happen to like great bookstores. Yeah, it's a rarity nowadays, you know, to find a bookstore. Very true. Bookstores are becoming scarce. They are. Uh, the ones that are still around, though, a lot of times are phenomenal because it's like that's the only way they could ever survive. But yeah, it's tough. Last Pixel says, "Have a good rest of the stream." Uh, you're all tuckered out. Yeah, no worries. It's getting sleepy. Yeah, I'm doing nothing all day. Hey, that can be exhausting sometimes. Also, a lot of times you do a lot more than you think you do. At least I do. So, anyways, have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it, and have a good night. I will be ending stream kind of soon, by the way. It is getting late. And I do have work tomorrow. I will be back on Tuesday. No, Sunday. Jeez, Sunday. I'll be back on Sunday. Because I stream Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. I don't know what, geez, my brain's just, I say this almost every stream. I feel like my brain is fried. I think it's because I'm doing these streams after work and my brain's just, you know, after a full day of drawing storyboards and my brain is just like gone. But yeah, um, like, subscribe, all the normal things. Sign up for my Discord. Um, I have a workshop if anybody wants to join that. That is a four-week workshop starting in June 22nd. So that's coming up. But yeah, other than that, I don't know. Thanks everybody for stopping by. I appreciate everyone who comes and supports me. I am being done with this. I'm just going to do this. Sandra says, good on you for doing it anyways. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's I really enjoy streaming. I really do. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy the back and forth and talking with people. But it can be exhausting, you know. Um, I am hearing myself. What happened? Okay, I don't know what happened. My stream just went weird on me. Conley, are you saying we're exhausting? I'm offended. Never. Never. Sandra says, if I paint after work, I paint in my dreams literally all night, and it's not as fun as you might think. Uh, I'll be honest, I kind of expect it to not be as fun, and there's a very easy reason for that. You can't mess around with paint in your dreams. There's just something about the tactile, you know, real thing. That's why I prefer real paint to digital paint, you know? Stanley says it reminds him of a movie with Robin Williams where he steps into a painting world. I didn't see that. But apparently it's sad. What dreams may come. That's what it's called. Nice. Cassandra says, I'm not saying it's not worth seeing, it's just it will make you cry probably. Eh, that's a tough one. Most things don't make me cry. Hunley says, I think it was good but sad movie. So if you're in the mood for that, maybe might be a good one to check out. That's fair. I'm not saying nothing makes me cry, but like movies, usually don't. What's a movie that has managed to make me cry? Hmm. Only says 1998. Is that the year the movie came out? I honestly can't remember a movie that has made me cry. This isn't me like, oh, I can't remember. I just have a notoriously horrible memory um for certain things. So yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Um I see Donnelly. That's a year of the movie. Got it. Okay. I'm trying to think. Like, there's some moments in like I know this is a cheesy movie, but like Forrest Gump, where he's like talking to her grave and stuff, which is sad. Like, it didn't make me cry, but like it was sad. Um, Trying to think. Emily says it had some early CG effects, but they were done fairly well, as I remember. Interesting. Um, Requiem for a Dream is depressing. I don't know that it made me cry as much as it made me just depressed. Um, Very good movie, but like I said, I don't know that it made me cry. Yeah, some people just cry easy at movies, you know, it's just, yeah. If you happen to be one of those people, nothing wrong with that. Not that I think you thought that. I'm just saying, like, I'm not, I don't know. It's not like out of like, oh, I'm so tough, I'm not going to cry. It's just, I usually just don't get that invested, I guess. Finally says E.T. made me cry when I saw it as a kid. I saw it on my birthday, and when E.T. turned white and they made like he was dead, apparently, I couldn't handle it. That's cute. That's awesome. No, I can't even remember that far back. I have no clue. I remember E.T., but I don't remember the first time I saw it. I can give a total cop out answer and be like, um, there's some movies that drove me to tears from boredom, but I don't think that's, really an answer. Other than that, I can't remember a time you teared up at a movie. Hmm. Tears at laughing at a few movies? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Been a while. I'll be honest, it's been a while since a movie made me laugh that hard as well. Like it's been a long minute or longer. Like it's been a long ass time since I've seen a movie that was so funny. I was like laughing out loud. Yeah, that's rough. I wish, I want more of that. It's just it is not easy to find. Trying to think the last thing that like really made me laugh out loud, like die laughing. Um, it was actually just a YouTube video, and he was trying to be funny, but like it wasn't a comedy thing, but it just for whatever reason it kind of hit right just right timing wise, and I think I lost it and laughed like crazy. There's been a few of those. Like I saw this video. I'm going to convey it, and it's just not going to be as funny. But I saw this video of a kid late at night, little kid running to go inside, and he runs into the glass door, which was funny. But then his dog was following him, and like a good 5 seconds later, does the exact same thing. It's just like I just lost it. It was so funny because it was the gap in time that just really made it that funny. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's funny anyways, but yeah, the gap in time is what like killed me. All right, after this, I'm going to be calling it a night. Oh, that helped it out so much. That's crazy. That is crazy how much of a difference that helped with. Anyways, alrighty. Um, no, there we go. All right, I'm gonna call it a night. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. Do all the likes and subscribes and all that stuff because Dresden said so. Isn't that right, Dresden? Yeah. Don't look at the screen, Dresden. It's just you. Don't be scared of the cat in the monitor. It's just you, little boy. Is it too late to paint a cargo ship crashing into the bridge? Um, for this one, yes, but that would be funny. I have to keep him from seeing himself on the monitor because he's afraid of the cat in the screen. He doesn't realize it's him. He's not very bright, but he is cute. Look at that face. Look at that belly. Oh, it's such a soft belly. He's very intimidating to himself. Yeah, it's just about the only person or thing he's intimidating to, but yes. All right. I'm going to say goodnight now, everybody. Thank you. Have a good night. See you Sunday if you can make it. Yeah, that's all I got. Have a good one.